Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Endling. Extinction is Forever. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. Alright, so today we're going through the smell of adventure. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So Endling, unlike a lot of games, has no spoken dialogue, although I think the message can be very plain to see. And part of the story, one aspect of the storytelling, is through smell or sense. And that's what we're going through today. So there are spoilers, so just know that ahead of time. So as a lot of stories start off, it was a dark and stormy night. And we have this forest fire. Apparently it was some sort of, national park or park of some sort, preserve. But the real story begins after the birth of the 4 cubs of the fox. So you play the elder fox, the mother fox, and then you have the job of survival. Endling is a survival type game, but it is also a storytelling mechanism. So everything starts when this one cub is a little cat-like and lets curiosity get the better of him or her, as the case may be, and is taken. And that is where everything starts. So you go out and you try to figure out where your cub's at. And the scents give you a picture, and we'll just kind of talk about what happened. You see this big scavenger guy that captured the cub, or is chasing after the cub, as we got from that one, or the first, scent location. And it bit his hand, but the scavenger's got a cage, so more than likely he's putting the cub into the cage. And alright, so here's the third one. And here we go. Walking off with the cub in the cage. So there we go. It ends there, and we just have to pick it up and take it from there the next time. Now, they're not sequential, so like one night to the next night, you don't necessarily have sense. And I don't know if the nights are the same for everyone, or if it depends on, like how much of the map you have uncovered, etc. So we picked up a scent. It always starts when you first come out, so you don't have to go looking for it. It's always, around. As soon as you get out, it'll pop up. It'll be different from anything else because it'll be that purpley pink scent color versus like food, which is green. So what you can do is you can do a little sniff, and then you can run, and then the scent will disappear, and then you just have to smell for it again, and it'll pop right back up. So you don't have to if you don't want to. Alright, so here we have the scavenger and the cub, and some looks like a fisherman, but he's got like a first aid kit, and it looks like there's some sort of barter that's taking place. He wants to trade the net that he's scavenged for the first aid, and this guy says nope. Says nope, I don't want that. I've got a fishing pole, I'll just use that. Now the scent locations are always in threes, and you go from the first one to the second to the third. Alright, so it looks like he grabs some pills from the guy. The guy's not happy about it, but he got what he wanted. So interesting enough, that's the second one. Alright, on to the next one. Still at the first layer, there are 3 layers in Endling, and you actually don't have to worry about finding, discovering the layers. They'll be, discovered for you, so to speak. So following the scents, there's sometimes a good distance to get to the first one. And I think location is always the same in sequential order, so you're always going to go to this area. If you do run, just be aware of any potential, traps, etc. that might show up. All right, so this is the first night that you have access to this area. And now we know why, because the scavenger came with a pair of bolt cutters and opened the lock on the gate. Alright. Oh, he shot a drone. Now we did see a drone earlier, so that's 2 out of 3. Usually once you get to the first one, the second and third one aren't too far apart, so you can get through it, and then of course you can go about, surviving, looking for food. Alright, so he got into the factory, and then he went into the building. Oop, and just ran out of the building. So we're getting actually pretty close to where the scavenger's at. How we will deal with the scavenger is anyone's guess at this point. Because he obviously has that big sniper type rifle. Now as we go along, it's like an onion. More areas become open over time, and in addition to that, more dangers start happening over time. Alright, so he's got some sort of cart that he's taken with a cub in it, and it looks like he put down some planks in order to get to where he needed to go. Alright, so here's another. Oop. Looks like he might have dumped his cart. Oh, and dropped the cub. But the cub's not there, so there's a trap. Yeah, like I said, if you run, just make sure that you are careful. Alright. And then he pulled out this piece of metal from the turbine. But then it looks like he just dropped it on the ground, so maybe looking for something else to scavenge. this big turbine engine. As you go along, um, so obviously at the end of that scent trail, we got a new layer, so that's always good. There we go. Got all kinds of trouble following us. And of course, we always have to keep our hunger meter going. Trash for dinner. So the two things aren't mutually exclusive. You don't have to either follow the scent or get food. You can get food along the way. Alright, so first one. He's got the cub in a cloth or towel, which he dropped on the ground. A little weird. Watch out for this owl. Don't want to get flown away. Alright. Looks like another towel. Yeah, he's got like rolls of towels. That's a little weird. And grab some food while we're out here. And follow the scent. There's a house. You always got to feel a little weird as an animal getting close to a house. Yep. Looks like he's just waiting for us. Yep, he is waiting for us. How am I supposed to get that last one? Well, there is like a swinging tire. Maybe we can swing the tire. No, let's see what this does. Hey, there we go. Teach the little guy how to climb. He's not moving. I thought maybe the cub would drop down or something. Oh, he saw us. He definitely saw us. Oh, and a little girl in a mask gave us some food. That was nice. But he left this last scent section. He put the towel on top, so it was definitely a trap. Rub the cub scent on everything to lead us into that trap. Because to him, we're just, the foxes are just dollar bills walking around. Although he's not done anything with the cub so far, so that is a little weird. Because wouldn't he have traded the cub for something that he needs, like medicine or gear, bullets, something? Alright, can't worry about that just now. Let's continue on our scent story. giving him some water, maybe. And the girl is saying something to him. It's a little unclear. Badger's going in front of us. Must not be a badger trap. Look at that. Badger opened a path for us. Nothing wrong with that. And the girl says, "Let me have the fox cub. I don't want this stuffed bear." And he was withholding it, saying, "No, you can't have it." Looks like paper or something on the ground. Ah, dollar bills. He gave her the cage, but he's like, "That cub's worth money." And she's like, I think she's kind of like, "I'm not so sure that's a good idea." Alright, so moving on. Looks like this whole section's been clear cut. Alright, looks like a can of oil. So you got the girl in the cart. She's not happy. Looks like she's crying. With the cub. You had to oil the wheel. Keep it from seizing up. And why else would the oil can be sitting there? At this point, you're probably following the scavenger as much as the cub. Yeah, and she dropped her hanky to help us follow the trail. Wonder if he gave up trying. Maybe that's it. He wanted to catch all the foxes. Well, catch in quotes. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's a mouse. Definitely need, like I said, you don't have to only go for the scents. You can also grab food at the same time. That was a decent chunk. That looks like the medicine bottle that he stole from the guy. Ooh, and now it's empty. Well, his asthma is going to start kicking in. Alright, so this is the third layer, so we got directed to the third layer on this particular scent story. Night 23. Now the one, ooh, that was close. One nice thing is, if a night doesn't go your way, if things start going south for you, you can always go back to the main menu and then continue because it actually only saves in between nights. Yep. I'm pretty sure I was crouched, creeping up on the guy. Oh, he went pretty far away. So I think we just need to move on. It's a trap, but it's closed. Looks like the scavenger closed it off himself. Either because he didn't want himself or his daughter to get caught in the trap, or maybe another reason. Oh, here's some food. Make up for the food that I missed before. I notice the cubs always get the food. When do you get some food? It wouldn't last too long. And that is the furrier. He makes a living by skinning animals. So it looks like he had a empty cage and flipped it with the cub. That can't be good. Because the furrier doesn't wait around. Oh, there we go. Scavenger caught up with him and had some suggested negotiations with the guy. So maybe his daughter had a bigger effect on him than we thought. Night 25. Getting to the end of our, or towards the end, I should say, of our scent journey. Oop. Piece fell out of the cart. Like, almost flying out of the cart. Sneak past this sleeping owl. Alright, here we go. Oh, okay, so the cart is falling apart. So the wheel, looks like the wheel broke off. Got indicator for danger. We'll have to sneak past him. Those kinds of things, you get into a tussle with a human, you have a chance to come out on top, so to speak, and but then you're injured, and then you can't get into any more fights until you're recovered. Well, that looks like the wheelbarrow. Makeshift wheelbarrow. Oh, okay. So we gotta leave it, you gotta walk. So Scavenger's come on hard times, but he still has the cub. So I think the sentimentality of the daughter has changed his plans. So I think the cub was initially supposed to make their life easier. That's what I'm inferring anyway. You guys drop a comment and tell me what you think is happening through these scent stories. Alright, big pile of burning tires. She's still carrying the... This is the first time we've seen the scavenger without a mask on. Some water. We're up at the factory. Yep. Spotlight, we gotta watch out for that. But we don't have to go past it, so that's good. Well, you can't go past it. I don't know. A couple of rats, but they're not in good shape. Oh, so he's not the one with the problem. Well, that's not good. Well, you know who you don't see in the picture? I mean, this must be a Disney picture. The story brought to you by Disney. Alright, so what do we got? Yeah. Something not good. She had to sit down. She was laboring, but she still had a hold of the cage. Alright. Last one. Night 28. Like I said, I don't know if it's always the same. Like night 28 is always when it pops up, or if it's comes up at a certain time frame based on, you know, how overall you're doing. Oh, he dropped his pack even. She collapsed, still trying to hold on to the cage, worried that her father is gonna do something that he shouldn't, or that she thinks he shouldn't. Alright, top off that hunger gauge and continue on. That looks like a mask. Oop. Asking one of the corporate types for help, and he's like, nope, can't help you. Well, there's a good chance that we can all see where this is going, and it's not great. Maybe not. But we're going to finish this up and go from there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
プレイステーション